Hello, I've had an idea. Can we make a jet the same as what's in the barbecue using only a drill, an angle grinder and stuff you can get in like everyday shops? You don't need any skill, you're not going to need a workshop welder or anything like that. You can make this in your bedroom. Let's start with, you're going to need a turbo off a van or a small car, a toilet brush holder. This is a stainless steel one. It's pretty tough, it's quite solid. And then a toilet roll holder, also stainless steel. Right, let's get to work. We start by separating the turbo. There we are. Then we need to cut this across there. There we go. Now we need to make this edge here as smooth as possible because we've got to make a seal with that, so just get the grinder, kind of face it off a little bit. Okay, let's sort that out, let's cut it off. We've got a nice flat exhaust exit, and then we've got a nice flat bit where we need to try and make a seal. Now then, while we've got this off, we're going to put some brackets on here because we need to fix that to our toilet brush holder. I'm going to get some L brackets and just attach them there and there like that. This is the crudest system ever. Right, next bit, we're going to get our toilet roll holder and cut it down to 20 centimetres. Okay, bog brush next. Now take the lid off. You just need this bit for the time being. Okay, that's cut out. It's a bit rough, but it doesn't matter. I mean, we're only doing this with an angle grinder at the end of the day. So that goes on there, like that. Get the toilet roll holder, and then we need to mimic that on the end there. So what we'll do is put that in the centre, and then draw around those holes, and then that will fix on the inside. Does that make sense? Not enough. Go through the end of this one. About cutting yourself on the broken jagged edges. Get our turbo. Put that on there. Now this is not very neat. It's not going to be, is it? We're only using a drill and an angle grinder. This is just so Mr. No Tools and No Shed can sort of do this in his front room, just, you know, so you can have a go at it. You can do it at school, you can do it anywhere. Right, let's tighten that up. What have I done with my tightening device? Oh, aye! Now, because of the jagged edges inside, it tightened up quite nicely, didn't it? So, where are we at? Well, we've got a toilet roll holder with a turbo bolted to the end of it, and inside you can see the end of our toilet brush. Now if we get our toilet brush holder, this one actually comes with a little plastic insert. Don't throw that away, that is going to come in handy later. Get your toilet brush holder, put it in the end, put the lid on so it sits above it, and then basically measure the bit you've got sticking out the top and then cut that off the other end. Shabba. 15 centimetres. So cut the old bog brush holder down, there we go, that fits in there. That's our flame tube, and then we're going to get the lid for the toilet roll holder and bolt it to the middle of that, and then it will sit down and kind of form our combustion chamber as such. But before we do that, there's a little bit of holes in this. Okay, this is the plan. We're going to do 18 4mm holes across the first bit, 5 7mm holes, and then 5 11mm holes. So there we go, toilet brush holder, now a flame tube. Now one last job, we need to drill a hole in the centre for the fuel rail and then just off centre for the spark plug. Now for the fuel rail, we're going to use a 15mm tank connector. Now the thing is, these, they stop the pipe going all the way through, so we need to get a 15mm drill or a file and kind of drill it all out so this can slide all the way through it. So now our pipe can slide all the way through, like that. Flame tube, drill a hole in the end so that pipes through now. What a big hole, you might need to buy a drill bit for that. No. Yeah. Oh. I can't hold the camera and do this as well. I'm sorry. Okay, let's drill that hole in there. Put it in nicely. Now we need to get the lid of the loo brush hold. No, the toilet roll. God, I keep getting them the wrong way around. Anyway, get the lid of the toilet roll holder, and then we need to make the same hole in the centre of that. So you kind of end up with that effect. Oh, this is going to be amazing. If it works, that will be amazing. Alright. Okay, drilled. Over there. Put your nuts on, boy. Don't worry about washers, who cares about that? There's so many things missing on this. Anything an odd washer is going to make a lot of difference. Okay, put a spark plug in next. Now if you can get a spark plug, you can get a nut to fit on as well. That is going to help you out a lot. So the spark plug wants to go in, just off centre. Spark plug done. Oh yeah. Now we need to do our fuel rail, which is going to be a bit of copper tube. This may melt when it's working, but if it works, I'm happy. Get the copper pipe, and it wants to go in with about that much. If you can imagine that's your primary air, so the gas wants to be coming out here, so it can kind of fuel it. So if you think it's going to be going in there, and the end of it there, so let's put a little mark there. So we're going to have to crush the end of the pipe, and then we're going to drill a few holes along there and around there. There we are, drilled 4 2.5mm holes around there like that. And you get it in here, slip it up, the back end. Where is it? There it is. There's the mark. Not an olive over there. Tighten her up. So then, flame tube, fuel rail thing's all done. Spark plug, all that marking. Back to this bit. Now I want to get the turbo, or the rest of it, and put this back in its housing now. So connect these two together and get that bit looking at right angles to that. Okay, let's get the V-band, which is still on the floor over there. The simplest thing I could find to connecting this to this is a little washing machine waste hose. You can buy like extensions for about 5 or 6 quid. What a terrible idea, God. Amazing! So we've got our bodged air inlet, and then that wants to come in to the side there like that and make a nice hole for our tank connector. Oh, we're nearly done. We're actually nearly done. I know what you're thinking. What about the oil system? The oil system is even more of a bodge. Oh yes, look at that. Amazing. Here we go. Housing's done. Look at that, look. It's a bodgery of tape and rubbish. So then all we've got to do now is slot our flame tube, which is over here. Just put that in there, try and line up our little bit. Okie dokie. Slot that on. It's going to want a bit of melee in there. So there we go. There we go. Right. Let's tape it up. Push it around there. Push it on there. This is our, well, I don't know what the hell to call it, our toilet roll holder turbojet engine. Now I think this has probably took me about 2.5 hours to make, so it's not that long really. Now all we need to do now is kind of have some rudimental oil system, connect it to the gas, get our spark generator on, and we're going to fire it up. So our oil system is a funnel with a tube on it, which I'm just going to shove in the top of the turbo, and then at the bottom of the turbo I've literally just got a piece of tube, and that will catch the oil in an ice cream tub. How simple is that? If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter, it'll blow the turbo up, but that means it was running. Now for the sparker, I'm going to use one of these. It's off a cooker. You can get them off eBay for like £7. I'll put the link in the box. Then you just attach one end to the spark plug and then just tape the other end anywhere on the engine because it just earths it. Why? So then, is it going to work?